All right, so these are the instructions for how I want you to complete chapter 3, section 1, which I'm calling Desires and Strengths. So we read in assignment 3.1 about Martin saying that God calls us through our deep desires, and we should follow those desires to try to discover our vocation. And so what we're going to do in this assignment is we're going to investigate your strengths, and we're going to apply them to your paper. So on slide 2, I have a little lecture here where I set the context. You can watch it. Slide 3 are the instructions for how to use the Strength Explorer, how to find it. So if you play the video, you will see exactly where I log in. My fake student login isn't working anymore, so I can't repeat it here. Then you will get 3. It'll give you these things it calls themes. So you will copy those themes, put the names right here in the top box, your description, which you can find in the report, and then you will have to tell me why it's a strength and why do you think it enables God to help you serve others. If you want to watch me do it, you can watch this video down here. Then, when you're actually writing the paper. So, part 1, what I want you to do is to just summarize the difference between the deep desires and the shallow wants. So, I've given you a link here to the slide. It's on slide 15 from 3.1, where you will find Martin's description of a deep desire versus a shallow want. So you should tell me what a deep desire is versus a shallow want. Then I'd like you to give me an example from your own life. What do you think that is a deep desire of yours versus a shallow wants that are similar? Right? So you might like a very obvious, easy one is right, the difference between wanting to sleep with somebody and wanting to marry somebody. Right? That just sleeping with somebody would be a shallow want. The wanting to build a life with someone would be a deeper desire. And then tell me the differences between what are the differences between deep desires and shallow wants, and once again you'll write your paragraph in the white box right here. Then, having done that, you're going to introduce your deep desires and how you think you can help them find a vocation. I would write this in two. If you want to go all the way to the green, this would be 2 separate paragraphs. Your first paragraph, you should introduce your strengths. So you should say something about the strengths come from the Naviance, Strength Explorer, and you should list what they are. And then you should describe them as that you had described them from your Strength Explorer, which you should have written on slide 4 here. Your description of each theme. So you can literally copy these and paste them into the boxes here as you describe your 3 strengths. I would make that 1 paragraph. Right, saying something about we took Naviance, the Strength Explorer test. These are the strengths it had. These are what my 3 strengths are. Boom. Then next paragraph. How can your strength help you find a vocation? Right. So I'm a discoverer. I like learning. The thing I am probably called to do is going to use that love of learning. I also like to think about things in the future and to plan and try to strategize and think about things. My vocation requires a lot of that. I'm also competitive, and so my vocation will use my competitive nature. Right, and if you think about it, I use all 3 of those things as a teacher. So second paragraph. My 3 strengths can help me find my vocation and then you would explain the 3 strengths. And then finally is to make an evaluation. Which of those 3 strengths do you think is most likely to lead to your deeper desires? So you would explain in a paragraph which you would evaluate all 3 of them and then say which one or ones are most likely to lead you to your deepest desires. Then you will write up everything you planned on slide 7, and you'll give me nice paragraphs. And if you just double click, you'll notice I set it at Arial at font size 12. It's already set to indent the first line of each paragraph. Then on slide 8, you're going to wrap it up. So what do you think Martin would say about how you can use the knowledge about your strengths to find a vocation? So if he was going to give you advice, what advice would he give you? That's what this paragraph is about. So I hope this is helpful. Remember, again, if you're trying to draft, I love Google Docs and I love Grammarly because I can use the talk and type function, right? I'm talking and it's writing for me, and isn't this great? Period. And then I use Grammarly, and so it helps. So I can clean up and make sure my writing is great. I would suggest you do the same. So I hope that's helpful, and that you can enjoy writing this section.